about community. Spirituality is important. PocaSPEAKS. This shit is not easy, but it's worth it. PocaSPEAKS. This shit is not easy, but it's worth it. It's all about community. Spirituality is important. PocaSPEAKS. This shit is not easy, but it's worth it. PocaSPEAKS. This shit is not easy, but it's worth it. It's all about community. Spirituality is important.
All right, y'all, we're gonna get started in a second.
This shit is not easy, but it's worth it. PocaSPEAKS. This shit is not easy, but it's worth it. It's all about community. Spirituality is important. PocaSPEAKS. This shit is not easy, but it's worth it.
Hello. Come on in.
This shit is not easy, but it's worth it. It's all about community. Spirituality is important. PocaSPEAKS. This shit is not easy, but it's worth it.
All right.
PocaSPEAKS. This shit is not easy, but it's worth it.
All right. Happy Thursday, everybody. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Thursday. I haven't done a live just same day, same time on YouTube and my other socials in a while. So Spirit was like, you need to do your regular live. Usually y'all know I go live on TikTok and then I post the recording. But today Spirit said that I needed to come on here and just go live straight from the source. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Now, the message that I have today is a lot different from, especially energetically, from any of the other messages that I feel like I've done this year. And that says a lot because we've had some powerful sessions this year. But today is number one, the 1212 portal. And it's really all about self-discovery, self-care, changes within who you are, changes within your being, changes within your life period in general, moving into a different energy, moving into a different mental space, a different physical space, a different emotional space, of course deepening your spiritual relationship with yourself, universe, source, spirit, whatever you call it, right? Now, this takes me to a dream that I had last night. And I don't know about y'all, but my dreams, I always dream and they're always super vivid. I'm usually lucid dreaming. That's just normal. But last night, my dream was super powerful. And Spirit showed me, I'm not going to give y'all too much because a lot of it was for me. But the specific part that was for all of us, the collective, is Spirit was showing me the removal of leeches, literally, like leeches. Okay, I could see it, I could feel it, but like leeches were being removed, and they were being removed not only just from the surface, but it's like they were under the skin of myself and some of the other people that were around me. And as we're removing these leeches, it just felt so relieving to have these things be removed in the spiritual space. And when I woke up, and that's so funny, I see 12 on my end. Y'all can't see it, but when I woke up, I'm like, Spirit, what exactly, I knew something was different. I knew something was powerful about what I just experienced in the dream realm, but I was trying to piece it together. And Spirit said that this is a new beginning, almost a rebirth for a lot of us, because a lot of us have been burdened with things that are not necessarily surface level. There's a lot of things that we have been enduring, a lot of things that we have been going through, a lot of things that we have been dealing with that have been really, really deeply buried beneath the surface. Okay, these are not just like your normal traumas, your normal aches and pains, your normal, discomfort. Like these are things that it's almost like you've been battling with for a long time internally. Okay, these are things that it just seemed like for a long time you just could not get away from these things, or it just wouldn't change. It's like you've been doing a whole lot of work towards it, and it's just like, damn, I just don't feel like it's changing that much. I know that certain things are changing, I know that certain things are altering, I can feel some of the differences, but for the most part I don't really feel like things have changed as much as I wanted them to, or as much as I want them to. And something broke last night. I was looking at the Schumann scale. If you don't know what the Schumann scale, it is basically like an energetic scale to kind of show us what's going on energetically, showing us the vibration of the earth, and just the vibration and the energy that's going on here in this realm. And there was a lot happening with the Schumann scale, especially last night. There was a high resonance, is what they call it, on the scale. And a lot of it was releasing, a lot of it was almost purging some of the deep, deep wounds that some of us have been carrying around. And the thing about this release that happened last night specifically, it's not just about this particular lifetime. For some of you guys, you have released something that dates back to a lifetime before this. Now, we know that we're not new to this plane, right? We know that we're not new to this realm. We're not new to this environment. We've been here before. We've had different lifetimes, we've had different experiences here before. This is not a brand new soul type of thing, right? And a lot of us have been carrying around dead weight, not only from this lifetime but from prior lifetimes. Not only have we been dealing with certain things, traumas, pains, spiritual aches, spiritual traumas, spiritual hurt, from this lifetime, but also from other lifetimes that has kind of compiled itself. And there was such a deep, deep release that happened last night. Some of you guys may have went to bed early last night. Some of you guys may have just slept a lot yesterday, like maybe when you get off work or when you kind of wind down for the night, you kind of usually sleep, you know, 2 a.m., 1 a.m., 12 a.m., something along those lines. Or you finally get into bed a little later. But for a lot of us, you was in bed, you was sleep early, you were, kind of like knocked out. If you did go to bed earlier in the day, you kind of woke up and did a couple things, but then went right back to sleep. Okay. There could have also been like some food aversions, not really having a big appetite yesterday, kind of being a little groggy, kind of being a little lucid almost, you know what I'm saying? Like kind of just drowsy, wanting to sleep, wanting to lay down, things of that nature. There could have also been like some upper body aches or pains, so like shoulder pain, back pain, upper back pain, lower back pain, tightness in the head space and the crown chakra, tightness of the ears or pressure in the ears, pressure in the head, neck pain, maybe sleeping, feeling like you slept wrong or something along those lines. All of those can be confirmation of what kind of happened. Also, some of you guys may have released emotionally yesterday, so maybe crying, or just being hella emotional the last couple of days, specifically the last 3 days. So I want to say from Monday or Tuesday to now. Sleep patterns, like I said, on and off, or just weird sleep patterns, or going to bed earlier than you usually do, or feeling more sleepy than you usually are. Just things along those lines, okay, could be confirmation of this. I also feel like, a lot of you guys may have had kind of like a last straw type of situation happen where maybe you were kind of in this, like on this hamster wheel type of energy where like you usually are doing the same things over and over, or dealing with the same things with the same people over and over, or something like that. But I feel like within the last week or two, you kind of had something happen where you just kind of put your foot down. You're like, enough is enough. I'm not dealing with this. I'm not going through this no more. I'm not dealing with this person no more. Or I'm not going back to certain things anymore. It was kind of like, I'm drawing my line and saying it is what it is. Enough is enough. I've had enough. Okay, had it up to here. All right. Again, all of this could be confirmation of this reading, but I just feel like a lot of releasing has gone on within the last 72 to 48 hours specifically. If you have been feeling the need to be more to yourself, to be more isolated, to be more selfish with your energy, which nothing is wrong with that, okay? Honestly, we should be more selfish with our energy. But if you've been feeling that type of energy, then again, this is going to resonate for you. All right, let's get a little bit deeper. I don't plan on being on here super long today, but I definitely had to get this message out, because this is almost like a, I'm hearing that, I think it's High School Musical when they say this is a start of something new. I think that's the words. It feels so right to be here with you. Wow. That's what I'm hearing. This is definitely the start of something new. This is the beginning of a whole new experience for a lot of you guys when it comes to what you're going to encounter in this realm. And it all had to happen the way it had to happen. Like, some of you guys may feel like, damn, why couldn't this have happened sooner? Or when I was younger, or whatever the case is. But it all had to happen the way it had to happen for a reason. It may not make sense right now, but it did, okay? We got the Strength card being the first card to come out, and I think this is a perfect way to start this reading, because it definitely took strength, number one, to go through the things that you went through, but also to make it out of it and to have the story that you have. There's a lot of hard decisions and tough decisions that you guys had to make over the last couple of years specifically. A lot of you guys have been making hard decisions your whole life. Okay, things have not been easy your entire existence. There's something that you had to figure out. There's something that you had to decide. There's something that you had to choose between. It's just like you just feel like your life has been full of hard choices or hard circumstances or hard experiences. And it may not seem like it, but it takes a very, very strong person to make it through those types of things. Everybody is not able to be faced with those types of experiences and make it out on the other side with their mind intact. Even if you just a little bit of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, it don't matter. You still made it out with your mind. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like there's a great reward coming in for a lot of you guys who have made it to this point and who have been able to make the necessary changes and do the necessary work to move into this new energy. This is most definitely not going to be like anything you've ever experienced before. And this is, y'all know, 2025 according to the calendar year ends December 31st, right? But the real 2020, I mean, begins January 1st. But the real 2025, or the real new year, we understand as spiritual beings, begins March 21st, which is the spring equinox, aka Aries season, right? But I feel like whatever is coming in for you guys, it's going to be way before we move into the new season, right? For some of you guys, this could take place before December is over. For others of you, this will take place before March, okay? If you've been feeling like something big is coming, it is. A lot of y'all have been feeling intuitively that something big is coming, which is why you've been doing your necessary work. Some of y'all have been getting more serious with your journey. You've been doing more shadow work. You've been doing more healing. You've been doing more exercising. You've been changing your diet. You've been eating different. You've been talking different. You've been walking different. You've been letting people go. You've been releasing things you no longer need. You've been doing some extra work, some heavy lifting over the last couple of months, specifically over the last 3 to 5 years, because you kind of intuitively felt like something was coming, and it is. There is something most definitely on its way. Queen of Cups. This is a whole new emotional outlook on life. This is a whole new relationship with yourself and with the energies around you. Not only are you moving into a place where you're more emotionally stable, right? Where you're able to identify your own issues, be more self aware, be more accountable, be more in tune with yourself and the energies around you, with your environment and things of that nature. But you have also learned through caring for yourself how to care for other people. So it's making your relationships with other people better as well. It's not just, the way that you treat yourself. It's also your outlook on the world around you, being more compassionate towards people, being more understanding towards people and their problems and their issues and the things that they go through as well. It's making you guys more balanced, right? When it comes to life and when it comes to life's experiences, when it comes to dealing with people, when it comes to being more understanding, things that may have set you off about people in the past, that shit don't really bother you like that no more. And it's not because it doesn't necessarily bother you, it's because you understand that there's bigger fish to fry. There's more important things to worry about. There's other things for you to focus on. You don't have to subject yourself to folding at any and every inconvenience. You know what I'm saying? Some shit you could just chuck to the game, charge it to the game, and keep it pushing. Right? It's helping you guys respond differently to adversity, respond differently, and then also understanding that, hey, other people going through shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like I had bad days, other people had bad days too. Just like I don't want to be bothered, other people don't want to be bothered. Not taking things so personal. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit said a lot of y'all are not taking things so personal anymore or that much when it comes to other people and your dealings with other people. It's like you're more understanding, like you get it, like, okay, they just having a day, or they just need some time, or it's just a moment, or whatever the case is, or let me give them their space or whatever, okay? But not taking it personally and making it like a problem or an issue, okay? This card has been at the bottom of the deck and it finally came out. There's definitely going to be some decisions to make in the future, but these feel like good decisions. These feel like having positive options, right? A lot of you may have felt like you only had one path for your life, right? There's only one way to get things done. There's only one way to skin the cat. There's only one way to achieve whatever it is. There's only one way to have success. There's only one way to have abundance and prosperity or whatever. And this could be something that maybe you got from your childhood, maybe your parents or people in your environment kind of made you feel like if you didn't do something in a specific way, then you wouldn't have success or you wouldn't have prosperity or your life wouldn't be what it's supposed to be or whatever the case is, right? But I feel like you guys are about to be presented with opportunities, and not just one but multiple. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could go right or you can go left. Either way, you're still going to benefit. You know what I'm saying? You can have this option or you can have that option. Either way, you're still going to benefit. You can, have live in this state in this city, or you can live in this state in this city. Either way, you're going to benefit. Like, there's some options that are coming in for you guys that are different from what you're used to. And there's no wrong decision. There's no wrong choice, right? They're both beneficial for you. They're both going to be beneficial to you. They're both going to bring in some value and some abundance and some prosperity for a lot of you guys to your life, okay? And it's all based on the work that you've been doing. It's all also based on your perspective. I feel like a lot of you guys have grown out of this negative little box, right? Where you just think one way, feel one way, act one way, go one way, flow one way. You know what I'm saying? But you've opened up your mind to different opportunities and different perspectives and understanding that anything is fucking possible. Anything is possible. I mean, $1 million could fall in a from a briefcase and go right through my ceiling right now and lay on my bed. It sounds crazy, but it's possible. You know what I'm saying? I can walk outside right now and trip and fall down the steps and fall into the arms of the love of my life. It sounds crazy, but it's possible. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of us have opened ourselves up to the possibilities. It doesn't mean that those things are going to happen exactly like that, but it does mean that anything could fucking happen. And who am I to close myself off or block myself off from believing in anything and everything? You know what I'm saying? Crazy, miraculous shit happens all the fucking time. So why couldn't it happen to me? Why couldn't I be someone who receives something that sounds like a fairy tale, that sounds like a dream, that sounds like, somebody wrote it in a storybook? Why don't I have the energy to attract something like that? You do. And I feel like a lot of you are finally realizing, like, I do have that energy. I do possess whatever is necessary to have those things come to me. Yeah, Nine of Swords. Getting out of that negative way of thinking, putting yourself more into an energy where you believe that I don't have to only think of things in one way. I don't have to only see things in one way. I don't have to only, live my life thinking, that things have to happen in this specific way or they have to even happen in order. You know what I'm saying? Like, society is so obsessed with order, right? You have to get married first and then you have the baby. You have to go to school first and then you get the good job. You have to have the money first and then you have the big lucrative business. Everything doesn't happen that way. Sometimes you get the business before you get the money. Sometimes you get the baby before you get the husband. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get the restaurant before you get the knowledge of how to run it. It just there's no specific way that things have to go. And when you take yourself out of that mentality and you take yourself out of that boxed in type of perspective, you open yourself up to so many other ways that things can happen and so many other ways that things can flow. And sometimes spirit is guiding us intuitively towards certain things in a certain way because that's how it's supposed to work for us, right? And when we look at it, we like, but that doesn't make sense. I don't have this yet, and I don't have that yet, but I don't have this yet, and I don't have that yet. Well, obviously, you don't need that yet. If you needed it, you would have it. If you were supposed to have it, then you would have it. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you don't have it right now means that you don't need it right now. Period. So if you get the business before the education, then you got the business before the education. Don't question it. Go with the flow. If you got the baby before the husband, you got the baby before the husband. Don't question it. Go with the goddamn flow. Okay? I feel like the more you guys are open to going with the flow, the more you guys are open to just letting things play out the way that they play out, the better it gets for you. The better you feel, the better it feels to you as you experience these things. A lot of times we can't fully embrace happiness because we're sitting there, thinking too fucking hard and overthinking it and trying to make it make sense. Everything don't have to make sense for you to enjoy it. Everything don't have to make sense for you to enjoy it. I don't know, exactly what it looks like when a diamond becomes a diamond. That don't mean I can enjoy the finished product. I don't know exactly what it looked like when the love of my life popped through their mama coochie, but that don't mean I can't enjoy the finished product. You know what I'm saying? I don't know exactly how those clothes was made and the chemical compound of the fabric, but I'm gonna enjoy it when I put that shit on. You don't always have to make sense of everything for you to be able to enjoy the finished product. And this is going to be very important for you guys to take this into 2025 because there's going to be a lot of things happening. And in the moment, you may not be able to grasp how. We're talking about miracles. Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. You may not be able to grasp how the fuck is this happening right now? How did I get this opportunity? You know what I'm saying? Just a couple of days ago, I was minding my business in a huge company. I mean, a really big, well-known company inboxed me to give me something that I was looking for, right? And they wanted to personally give it to me. And I was like, what how did this happen? Where did they come from? What did I say to make them want to do this? How did they even find my page? I'm trying to put all of these pieces together. And Spirit was like, girl, if you don't just send the fucking information and enjoy it, why the fuck is you sitting here trying to figure out how this happened and how that happened and how did they get here and how did this get here and try to... That's not for you to do, okay? Here's a moment for you to enjoy some abundance, for you to enjoy something that you wanted. It came out of nowhere. It's happening in a miraculous way. Sit your ass down and just say thank you and enjoy the shit. Right? And that's what 2025 is about to look like. There's going to be so many just random types of things happening and coming to you and showing up in your life, and you don't have time to sit there and question it. You don't have time to sit there and try to make it make sense. You don't have time to sit there and try to figure it out. You don't have time to sit there to try to piece it together. Your job is to say thank you and to enjoy the thing that came. Seven of Pentacles. Because whatever is coming in, you deserve it. It's not like you didn't work for whatever this is. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we may question things because we feel like we don't deserve it or we feel like we're not worthy of it. So we have to try to make it make sense. Oh, maybe this thing is happening to me because they know my sister and my sister know them and my sister told them about me and then that's how they found out. Why does it have to be that? Maybe Spirit just said, hey, I want my child, I want my whoever to have a little something. Go ahead and send them a little something. Maybe you just put in enough work and that's part of your reward. Why do you have to think that you're not deserving of it just because it doesn't make logical sense to you? All of the work that we do, and then we feel like it has to equal up. Like, okay, if I've been doing shadow work, how am I receiving $10,000? That don't make sense to me. All I was doing was shadow work. So where did this money come from? Shadow work don't mean money. So how, it's like it don't have to be the same thing. Rewards don't always come in the same way. Who the fuck are you to say, oh, I don't want this reward because it doesn't equate to exactly what I did? Who the fuck cares? Take that shit and run with it. Literally, run fast, okay? And enjoy every single piece of it, okay? Oh, I healed this one trauma, so why am I able to get a new house? Because who the fuck cares? If you did your work and that's what Spirit is giving you, then enjoy the shit and be quiet. Okay? Two of Wands, all right? Again, I feel like you guys are getting to a place where you're no longer comparing things. You know what I'm saying? Apples and oranges and pears and tangerines. It is what it is. I'm not going to compare and contrast. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we can get caught up in looking at other people's lives and kind of comparing it to our own and saying, okay, well, damn, I feel like I'm doing more work, or I feel like, they out here just doing anything and acting any type of way and treating people any type of way, and I'm doing better, and I'm doing, I'm nicer, or I'm more understanding, or I've been doing more work, whatever. I feel like a lot of y'all are getting out of that comparing and contrasting type of energy, and you just enjoying whatever you have and whatever comes to you. It is what it is. I don't give a damn what you got. I don't care if it's more than me. I don't care if it's less than me. I got what I got, and I'm grateful for it. And that's all I can do, and that's all I'm going to focus on. Period. When it's my time to have whatever it's time for me to have, I'm going to have it. When it's time for me to have all the money that I need, I'm going to have it. When it's time for me to have that new apartment, new house, new car, new whatever, I'm going to have it. When it's time for me to be in that relationship that's for me, I'm going to be in it. When it's time for me to have whatever is for me, I'm going to have it. So I'm no longer worried about looking at other people's lives and comparing myself to other people. Whether that's me comparing myself to other people and putting myself down, or comparing myself to other people and then saying like, damn, I feel like, I should have something because of what I've been doing. And you kind of putting them down, and you kind of look at them kind of crazy. Like, they not doing as much work as me. You know what I'm saying? Who cares? As long as you're doing your work, who the fuck cares? As long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, you're going to, as I'm saying, that justice comes out. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, you're going to have what you're supposed to have. Fuck it. Fuck all the extra. Okay? I know that what's for me is for me. That gospel song, what God has for me is for me. Absolutely. That's how that shit goes. What Spirit has for me is for me. It got my name on it. Don't got your name on it. Don't got their name on it. It don't got their name on it. It got my motherfucking name on it. Okay? And I know when the delivery time comes, I'm going to be standing right there waiting and ready to receive whatever it is that's coming in for me. And that's all you need to be worried about, because there's a lot of things coming in. And the more that you are focused on your journey, the better prepared you're going to be for this shit to come. Okay? I'm hearing a shipment. Like, that's how much stuff is on its way for a lot of y'all. It's a shipment of stuff. It's not just one thing. It's not just 2, 3 little things. This is a shipment. It's a lot of things coming in at once for some of y'all as well. Okay? There's a lot of things that are going to be changing for a lot of you guys when it comes to your reality. It's not going to look the same. Your life is not going to look the same. For some of y'all, it doesn't look the same now. You can kind of already see the changes. You can kind of already see how things are very, very different than what you used to experience or what you're used to. You can kind of already see that the people you're starting to attract are very different. You can already see that the opportunities that you're attracting and the abundance and the prosperity that's coming in for you, it looks and feels very different. Okay? And this is kind of just like an appetizer to what's coming in. This is kind of just like a little sprinkle, like a little salt-based sprinkle to what you're actually going to be experiencing when we fully get into this energy of 2025. Come on now. You can't make this shit up if you fucking try, baby. For a lot of y'all, this is stability like you've never seen it before. You've never been this stable. You've never been this stable. You've never had these many things happen for you. You've never had these many opportunities. You've never been in this type of energy. You've never had all of these things going right for you at one time. You've never had this much money in your pocket. You've never had, this many people supporting you. You've never had this shit. What's coming in, you ain't never had it. This is something that you've never seen. And not only have you never seen it, but people in your bloodline have never seen this either. This is very, 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 very life-altering, life-changing type energy. Like, not only just for you, but for your bloodline, for your children, for your children's children. Not just the people that was behind you, but the lives that you guys are creating to come after you. Their lives are not going to be like anybody else's in your bloodline. This is almost I'm hearing new earth. So this is almost creating a whole new reality for your bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Like a whole new life. It's almost like wiping away the past. Okay. I'm hearing 40 days, 40 nights. So this is given when in the Bible God sent the flood so that he can kind of like just wipe out all the old shit and just create a whole new destiny, a whole new life for mankind. This is the energy that is given. Okay. This is a whole sweep of all of the old energy, all of the old experiences, all of the old people, all of the old things, all of the old traumas and pains and all type of shit. This is just brand new fucking energy. Like this is so brand new that it's not only going to shock you, but it's going to shock people around you. Because the thing is, everybody doesn't transform at the same time. When you shift timelines, when you shift energies, when you move into a different space energetically, everybody don't come with you. So you could be living a different reality, a whole brand new reality, and the people connected to you, they live in a whole different reality. Like they still in that old timeline. They still see shit the same. They life still the same. They still see shit the same. So don't look for people around you for everybody, because there's of course going to be people who are on the same timeline as you, but don't look for everybody to be with you. Don't look for everybody to see it. Don't look for everybody to get it. Don't look for everybody to understand it. Okay, this is very, very like when people say you had to be there, this that type of energy. Like you just gotta be there. If you just gotta be on that frequency to see it, to understand it, to feel it, right? And a lot of y'all didn't understand why this year involved so much releasing of old people, places, and things. It didn't make sense at the time. A lot of y'all was taking that shit personal, but I feel like now you're starting to see like, this is why. You know what I'm saying? This is why I had to let go of people. This is why I had to move into a new energy. This is why I had to transition myself out of, those old circles, those old groups, those old cliques. This is why I couldn't work that job no more. This is why spirit moved me across the country, or moved me to a different state, or moved me out of that house, or moved me out of that relationship, or moved me away from that friend group. Or this is why I finally had to let my family go, or see certain things from a certain perspective. Like, this is why, okay? King of Pentacles energy. This is why, because I was moving into a different energy. I was being upgraded. And in order for you to be fully upgraded, you have to first let go and release what no longer serves you. You can't drag that old ass energy with you to a new place. We talk about that all the time. Yeah. 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, 4 of Pentacles. Come on now. You can't drag that old ass energy to this new place of stability, to this new place of fortune, to this new place of abundance and prosperity and growth and change. All that old shit can't go. This is like spirit was giving you an opportunity to have a clean slate with this future, to have a clean slate with this new reality, right? Where you're so detached from it that it can come back and bite you in the ass. Because sometimes, people can move forward to new things, but because they haven't fully let go of the old shit, they haven't fully separated themselves from the old shit, it comes back and it bites them in the ass. While they're trying to enjoy all this new stuff, they get interrupted because all that old shit is like, hey, you forgot about me. Hey, come back here. Hold up. You left something. Hold up. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? You try to get up out of there. Bring your ass back. Okay? That Diddy energy. That Jay-Z energy. You thought you was gonna just have all this abundance and prosperity and you wasn't gonna have to pay for the skeletons in your closet? Hell no. You gotta come back and deal with that shit. And we're seeing it in real time. A lot of people's shit is catching up with them. Things that they thought was over and done with, things that they thought they could just run from, and that their money was just gonna cover up. No, baby, you gotta come back and deal with that. We seeing it not only just on a celebrity level or on a politics level or on a global level, but even in our families. A lot of the people who was on top in the family, the ones who was talking shit about everybody and thought they was better than everybody and all of that, they get put in their place too. Karma is coming to collect. Oh, y'all thought that y'all was gonna live this life treating people the way that y'all was treating them? There's a lot of predators in the family that's finally being exposed. There's a lot of um negative women and divine feminines and divine masculines being exposed. There's a lot of bones being brought up out that closet. You can't just keep going through life thinking that your shit not gonna catch up with you. But your spirit team loves you so much, cares about you so much, that they allowed you to deal with your shit behind closed doors and bring your own skeletons out the closet and deal with them before you get this abundance. So that when what is for you comes, you don't have to worry about nothing chasing you down. See, a lot of times we was looking at other people's lives like, damn, why is it that I can't step into everything that's mine? Why is it that certain things are not moving as fast for me as it's moving for other people? Why is it that I have to sit back and deal with all of this trauma and adversity and all this shit going wrong and all these people talking crazy about me and this happening and that happening, and all these other people can just live their life and be at peace and have happiness and travel and have money and relationships and all this other shit, and I'm over here dealing with these wounds and trying to do all this extra shit? But now you're starting to see the purpose. Oh, I had an opportunity to get all my shit together before I got my reward so that I can just sit back and enjoy it. I don't have to worry about nothing coming back to bite me in the ass. I don't have to worry about not understanding or knowing how to process my pain and my trauma. I don't have to worry about, being on the wrong path or being around the wrong people or none of that shit. I'm getting all this shit out the way before I step into my abundance, so that when I do finally step into it, I'm in it and I can enjoy it and I can sit back and I can rub my feet together. Period. I don't have to watch my back and be scared that at any moment I'm going to lose everything that I gain. I don't have to worry about that because I put in all of the groundwork first. Instead of putting it in on the back end, I put that shit in first. I did all the hard work first. I did all the heavy lifting first. Right? It's almost like when you go to the gym and you do your hard workouts first, and that shit it sucks. Okay? Because you be like, I don't want to do this shit. That shit it brings you this close to tapping the fuck out. Be like, you know what? I'm going back home. But once you get through it and then you get to the easy shit, you be so motherfucking happy you got that shit out the way. And that's literally how this is. You had an opportunity to get through all the hard shit first. And it didn't start just in your adulthood. This goes back to you being a child. This goes back to being ostracized. This goes back to being the black sheep. This goes back to being picked on. This goes back to being set apart from everybody else. The things that you saw as a negative was actually working for you positively. And now you can see that. Now that you're in the space that you're in, now that certain things are starting to turn in your favor, you can see, oh, this is why I had to be separated from the rest of the family and I had to be different. Oh, this is why I had to be put in these crazy ass situations and have these crazy ass experiences and everybody else didn't, or everybody else just sat around and talked about me and judged me or whatever. Oh, this is why certain things had to happen the way they had to happen. Because now I'm about to walk into the best years of any lifetime that I've ever had. And we've had multiple lifetimes. Okay? Look at this. Life purpose. We've had multiple lifetimes. We've had multiple experiences. We've had multiple, years here in this realm. And you're about to walk into the best that you've ever had. The best that you've ever had. And for a lot of y'all, it's because you finally have achieved some type of life work. Okay? This is not just like, something just like I said, dealing with this specific lifetime. This is something that you've achieved. It's like your life's work. your soul's work. I'm hearing soul's journey. Okay. Some of y'all have finally completed something on your soul's journey. And this is why your reality is shifting in the good way that it is. Come on now. Trust the process. It was a fucking process, and it still is a process. The closer you get to things starting to show up for you in the physical realm, there's going to be more things to work on. There's going to be more things brought to your attention. There's going to be more things kind of shifting and changing, right? The closer you get. But at the end of the day, trusting the process and knowing that at the end of all of this, I'm going to have everything that I've ever dreamt of and more. There's a reason why certain dreams that you've had for yourself, you never could get away from. Even when life has, kind of taught you or kind of showed you the worst of how things can get, and even though you've kind of experienced certain things, there's just certain dreams, certain goals, certain visions that you've had for your life that you just can't let go of that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I've experienced some harsh shit. Yeah, I've gone through some challenging things. Yeah, I've had my back against the wall in plenty of situations. But there's just still something in me that's holding on to these things as being a possibility. I still see myself having certain things. Even though it hasn't looked like I was going to get it for a long time, even though the experiences that I've had, it's kind of like, girl, I don't know how that's gonna happen for you. I don't know how you're gonna make it to that point. I don't know how this is gonna be your reality. You still cannot let go of certain shit, certain goals that you've had, certain dreams, certain visions, certain things that you could see yourself having and experiencing. You can't let go of that shit. And for some of y'all, this dates back to being a child. You seen yourself as a child having certain things, and you cannot let that shit go. You just can't let it go for nothing. You're like, I just know that this one day is going to be a part of my reality. I don't know how. If I look at my life right now, it may not look like it's going to ever happen, but I know that it's going to happen. And maybe I'm a little delusional. Maybe I'm a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Maybe I'm a little off in the head. But regardless of the fact, I feel like this shit is going to happen. And you're absolutely right. The higher self of you, the higher parts of you, the true you, right, always knew that that was going to be your reality, that you were going to experience certain things. And it took you taking a leap of faith and trusting the process and believing in yourself and continuously moving forward, right, for you to finally align with these things and for these things to start to become your reality. Because this is going to be your reality. And I feel like y'all know that. I feel like a lot of y'all know that 2025 is going to be a very monumental year for you, a very life-changing, life-altering type of year. Moving into a different energy, moving into a different paradigm, okay? Just really shifting realities. Come on now. Spirit said this is your sign. Stop playing with it. Stop fucking playing with it. You can't make this shit up. This is your sign. And right now, Spirit is saying all you need to do is show gratitude. That's all you need to do. Just continue to be in an attitude of gratitude, being thankful for the things that are on their way. You don't have to know what's coming. You don't have to know when it's going to come, when it's going to be here. You just need to be thankful. That's it. You just need to be in a space of gratitude where you just happy, where you just grateful, where you just thankful, where you just like, I appreciate it. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I've been waiting for this. I'm so grateful. Okay. It's like, give your acceptance speech right now. You don't have to wait to get the award. Look at this, manifestations at the bottom of the deck, prosperity under that. You don't have to wait to get the reward. Give your acceptance speech now. Take the mic and say, I want to thank my mama. I want to thank, you know what I'm saying, my grandma. I want to thank myself for holding it down. Give your acceptance speech now. Okay? Because what you're telling yourself when you do that is that you already know that it's coming. All you do when you do that is solidify what you know to be inevitable. It's inevitable that I have what I deserve. It's not a question. It's not an if, an and, or a but. It's inevitable. It has no choice but to come to me. It has no choice but to happen for me. It has no choice but to be delivered to my doorstep. So instead of me sitting here, you know what I'm saying, feeling any type of way or being anxious or being fearful that I'm not going to get it or worrying, hell no, I'm going to give my little acceptance speech. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to show gratitude because I know that it's coming. I know it's on its way. And it is. That's the whole thing about it. It is, right? Your intuition has already let you know that it's coming. That's why for a lot of you guys, you could not abandon the mission. There's been so many things that have happened that have tried to make you abandon this mission. There's been so many people that have come into your life that have tried to distract you from this mission. There's been so many experiences that have tried to delay what is coming in for you. And you guys have stayed rooted and grounded, okay? You guys have stayed consistent. Even if you had moments where you got a little distracted, so what? How did you rebound the situation? You know what I'm saying? Did you get back on the horse? Or did you just stay up off the motherfucker and you lay on the ground and you cry? That's all that matters. How did you bounce back? As long as you got back up on that motherfucker and you did what you're supposed to do, that's all that fucking matters. There's going to continue to be times where we get distracted sometimes, or when we get a little scared or our anxiety get a little high, we get a little in our head and we start overthinking and certain things like that. That's going to continuously happen. There's nothing concrete to avoid that. That's just a part of the process. But it's all in how you respond. Are you staying in that energy, or are you getting yourself out of that energy and putting yourself back on track? As long as you're putting yourself back on track, that's all that matters. Nothing else matters. We got confidence. A lot of you guys are being more confident in yourself. You feel more confident. Not only do you feel more confident in yourself, you feel more confident in the possibilities of your life. We got the Empress coming out. So we got the Emperor and the Empress coming out. Or showing up. It didn't fall out, but it's showing up, right? So a lot of you feel more confident in who you are, loving on yourself more. Self-love and self-care is huge when it comes to this energy. A lot of y'all have been doing the work and loving on yourself a lot more, and I'm sure that you can tell the difference, right? Self-love also includes boundaries. Can't just anybody be around me. Can't just anybody fuck with me. Can't just anybody kick it with me. Can't just anybody skate with me. Can't just anybody, you know what I'm saying, come to my house, go out with me, shake hands, rub shoulders, fist bump. None of that. Okay, I can't just date anybody. I can't just talk to anybody. I can't just work any job. I can't just be in any environment. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. You can't just talk to me any type of way. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are to me. I don't give a fuck. You can't just treat me any type of way. You know what I'm saying? Boundaries you've been standing on business more when it comes to your boundaries. And I'm sure you are starting to see the difference in your life. When I protect myself better, my life goes better. When I look out for myself more, my life goes better. When I say no and I mean it and I stand on it, shit goes better. I don't find myself getting into holes that I now have to dig myself out of when I stand on business the first time and I say what I mean and I mean what the fuck I said. That's just that on that. Confidence in yourself. Some of you guys are changing the way that you dress. You're changing the way that you walk. You're changing the way you talk. You're changing your hairstyles. Okay? A lot of different things are changing for you. Humility. Fuck all that humble shit. A lot of y'all not being humble no more. You know what I'm saying? And not humble, not saying that in a way where you're being an asshole. But you're not being humble, meaning you don't have to hide yourself or shrink yourself to make other people feel comfortable. You don't have to not talk about how amazing you are or how great you are, how smart or funny or intelligent or capable or whatever you are, just so other people feel comfortable. Fuck no. I'm the best. I'm the best thing to slice bread. I'm the best thing that have ever happened to this motherfucking world. I'm the most intelligent motherfucker out here. Fuck a IQ score. Fuck a SAT. You know what I'm saying? I'm the most beautiful, most pretty, most gorgeous entity that has ever graced this planet. I don't care how you feel about it. Period. And you just stand on what you feel. That doesn't diminish what anybody else feels about themselves. And you're learning. I can stand on who I am. I can be secure in who I am. I can stand on business when it comes to who I am. And that doesn't mean that anybody else is less than me. It just means that I know how worthy I am. And I'm gonna talk about it. And I'm gonna tell the world about it. I'm gonna scream it and shout it from the mountaintops. Because only you know where you were when you didn't feel that way about yourself. Only you know how your life was when you didn't give yourself permission to stand in your truth wholeheartedly the way that you are now. So fuck what anybody else got to think about it. And the only people who feel some type of way about a person who is confident in themselves is someone who is not confident in themselves. So that's not my fault that my confidence is making you feel like, a lack of confidence. That's your fault. That's a you thing. That's not a me thing. And you allowing people to deal with their own demons. I'm not responsible for your demons. And I don't have to, neglect myself and neglect all the work that I've done on my life just so you can feel bad about you and your demons. Fuck that. You're going to have to handle that with yourself. Okay? Intuition is high as well. Make sure you continue to follow your intuition, because it is going to be your intuition that leads you to where you need to be to have these deliveries come in for you, to experience these new realities, to have these new things, this abundance and this prosperity. Your intuition, look at this, third eye chakra comes out right after that. You, honestly, like, let's be fucking for real. You're going to have to really pay attention and trust yourself. Again, it doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to make sense, and it don't have to be in chronological order. You just need to follow your gut. Whatever your gut tell you to do, do it. Whatever experience your intuition leads you to, go through that experience, okay? Because you're going to come out the other side of that with everything that it is that you deserve and a lot of what it is that you want and have wanted for a long time for yourself. Things that you dreamt of having, okay? Again, a lot of you guys have been addressing childhood trauma lately, and this is opening up a whole new realm of things for a lot of you guys too. We don't understand how much childhood trauma takes a toll on us until we start to heal it. And then we start to see how much, we haven't been able to see, right? And I feel like a lot of you guys are having these eye-opening aha moments because you're finally processing certain traumas that you've been holding on to for a long time. Let's get one more and I'm off this hell. Last card. Woo! Well, okay. Like my grandmama say, just put a pin in it. You know what I'm saying? You can just move on to the next thing, babe. Spirit said, and on another note, abundance. Period. Abundance is the last card out for this reading. That tells you everything that you need to know. I mean, can talk about a wrap it up moment. Okay? Spirit said, and that's it. And I said what I said, and thank you for coming. Okay, what the curry y'all people say, thank you, come again? Yeah, that. Thank you, come again. Okay, I don't even need to read no deeper into that card because it said what it said. That's called clarity for your ass. That's called confirmation on your head top. You understand? Abundance. That's all you need to know. That's what's coming in. And that's all you need to know. That's all you need to be focused on. Abundance. Because that is what your reality is about to be. Everywhere you go is abundance. Everything you touch will be abundance. Everyone you meet, it will have an abundant reaction on you and your life. It will transform your life in ways that makes you better and brings up the quality of your existence. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to be worried about. Again, y'all need to start going ahead and giving your acceptance speeches. Showing your gratitude. Every day you wake up, you need to say, Spirit, I'm so happy and grateful for having miraculous things happen to me. I'm so happy and grateful for finally living the life that I deserve. I'm so happy and grateful for finally getting random deposits of abundance that have been owed to me that are due to me. I'm so happy and grateful for the unexpected abundance and blessings and prosperity that comes to me on a daily basis. I'm so happy and grateful for the ways that my life is transforming and changing before my eyes in the most miraculous ways. Okay, that needs to be your daily speech. Every day you need to be saying that. And I don't care what your day consists of. I don't care if it was a hard day. I don't care if it was a stressful day. I don't care if your anxiety was up all day. I don't give a damn. Every day you need to be in a attitude of gratitude because you never know when this shit is going to come in. You never know how close you are to having these things dropped off at your front door. Period. You just don't know when it's going to come. You just have no idea when it's going to show up and how it's going to show up. It can show up on the shittiest day that you've had. It can show up on the best day that you had. You just never know. So you need to stay in an attitude of gratitude. And that's it and that's all. Period. For those who are interested in any specials that I have going on, all of my information is going across the bottom of the screen. Feel free to inbox me or email me. I do have mentorship specials going on right now. I have a 2-week and a 4-week mentorship special right now. I also have 30-minute and 1-hour consultation specials going on right now for spiritual advice or just advice in general on specific topics or things that you want to talk about. I also have 10-card reading specials going on right now for a number of different topics to choose from. Of course, all other services are on my website. Feel free to go there and book accordingly. I will not be on TikTok Live today. So for those who usually watch me on TikTok Live, I won't be on there today. I was on there yesterday. I needed a me day. Okay, period. But I won't be on there today. This is the live for the day, so definitely rewatch it as many times as you need to. Gather these messages and take heed to these messages, and use them in the areas of your life that you need them. Remember that there is a huge shift happening, and the only way that you can be a part of it is for you to trust your intuition and allow it to guide you continuously as we move through this shift. Okay, light and love to everybody. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, again, feel free to reach out. Other than that, I will see you guys on Monday for sure. Not sure if I'm going to go live tomorrow. We'll see. But I'll definitely see you guys on Monday. All right? Peace.